Lawyers Can't Be Artists, and I self-published a book called Monk Solis Ferrari. Everyone laughed at me, no one thought anyone would read it. I self-published it in a 24-hour copy shop. My mother was my first editor. My father helped me sell it at public service clubs. And people read the book, and just through word of mouth, I started getting invitations to speak, and it led me down a new way. I'd also say the turning points to me have been when I've been down on my knees. In my most difficult times, when I was suffering or in pain, there's a great idea. It's a bad day for the ego is a great day for the soul. And so when we go through our tragedies or difficulties, our ego wants us to rush in. But I think we actually grow into our wisdom and humanity and decency and humility, and we discover the truths of life when we're in our most difficult, in the valleys of darkness. And so it's counterintuitive, but anyone who's going through a divorce or loss of job or illness or loss of business, there's gold in that difficulty. Jonas Salk said it well. He said, I've had dreams and nightmares. It was because of my dreams that overcame my nightmares. And so when you're going through a difficult time, stay in it. Don't rush out of it. Feel the emotions, because then your pain actually can purify you and open you up to a much better way to lead.
Fantastic. Well, what are your thoughts on, there's a lot of women in the room, and I admire women. I think we need more CEOs who are women, my personal opinion. What are your thoughts on what you see around the world? Women are special, right? They can do something that men can't do, and that's give birth, right? And we all came from a mother, right?
I think women can do many special things.
Yeah.
And I completely agree that we need much more women in top leadership positions, et cetera, et cetera. And I think, absolutely.
I suppose where I'm going with this being a bit controversial, we have a lot of role models out there who are predominantly men running big Fortune 100 companies. These are the case studies, these are the role models that we keep saying. But I'm curious, with your experience, the masculine versus feminine aspects, how does that show up in leadership?
Well, I'm not an expert at the differences of that. I would say, a great leader is a great leader. I've met extraordinary women leaders who can galvanize people, and they care so much, and they're inspirational, and they're strong. And I've met great male leaders as well.
What about the next generation?
If I could just say one thing, because I think it's important, which is I'm a big believer in kindness. I think the world needs so much more kindness and humanity, but let's not confuse kindness with weakness. And I think the great women leaders, the great male leaders, are strong and forceful when they need to be forceful, and compassionate when they need to be compassionate.
Gen Zers, Alpha generation, the future leaders. Do you see things shifting? Is there an evolution when it comes to what's happening with the next generation? Or is it the way you see leadership in terms of principles? It's here for the next 100, 200, 500 years, is what it is in terms of how you present it? Or is there a shift happening here with the next generation?
Well, I think the whole world is shifting. I think it's young leaders, but I think in my life, I'm almost 60. I've never seen so much volatility in the world. Geopolitical volatility, economic volatility, social polarization, people rethinking work, people rethinking the way their work, addictions to technology. There's so much shifting. But I also think this is an incredible time for opportunity. As business people, as entrepreneurs, there's never been so much opportunity to add value. I think that's a really important question to ask yourself right now. Your business might be going through commoditization. You're probably in war for top talent. You might be exhausted, all those things. But you want to ask yourself this fundamental question when it comes to entrepreneurship, which is, what thing could I do in my marketplace to deliver outrageous value that none of my industry peers are currently delivering? So, it's a great trap to be stuck in your winning formula. You've got to pivot and protect. You've got to protect your winning formula, but you've got to be willing to say, how must I change to seize the opportunities? And I just think we need to remember that whoever delivers the most magic to the marketplace wins. And what most of us do in business is we look at what the industry leaders do and we just copy them. You want to have